I'm Randy Robison. Welcome to Life Today. This is the interview that will get me kicked off of all sorts of things. I thought Mark would do it last time, but he's back with us with a couple of books. He's going to talk on our show, Life Today, the broadcast version, about treat him like a dog. Women, learn how to treat your man like a dog. It's a good thing in this context, and I'll make you watch the show for that one, because we're going to talk about, let's just put it on the screen. Just go to close up. That's right. A pastor, and what is going on? What are you thinking?
Well, the book is called Don't Be an Ass. Now, there's three words, definitions for the word ass.
Okay.
We speak English. The English word for a mule is the word ass. That's why I find in the Bible. That's what they're talking about, okay? The second definition is someone who acts like the mule, which is actually the most common word today. The third one is the crude word, but that's not what we're talking about. We're not going to talk crude. We're talking about donkeys and people who act like donkeys.
That makes it okay.
Well, it's the word. It's not okay. The Bible doesn't
I'm just
say
clarifying.
You can't say the word.
Well, you know, we said in our Baptist church growing up, if it was in the right context.
Well, you know,
and
what's
you're
so
putting
funny?
it in the context.
No, what's really funny is because nobody rails more against political correctness in America today than the evangelical church. We hate it, right?
But we practice it.
But we practice it. We practice it. We have our own rules. Words you cannot say, things you cannot do. You know, it's like, you know, like hell. You can't say hell.
Oh, you can't in the right context. If you're going to hell, you can say that.
Yeah, but it's like, the Bible doesn't say thou shalt not use the word hell in vain. It's not the name of God, it's hell. So I know everybody's got their sensitivities and stuff, and need to respect them and stuff, but I'm just saying, this is a word that most people understand today. In fact, I started noticing with my counseling with couples, because when you try to deal with someone who's being so stubborn, and so the only word, I'm telling you, Randy, the only word they will understand is, dude, you're being an ass. And they immediately kind of go, oh, really? You know, because that's what people understand. I could go into, you know, you're really not loving your wife like Christ loves the church, and you should be more long-suffering and work towards her inner edification and all that, and which they're staring at me, okay?
Right.
Everybody understands when you're being a stubborn mule, all right? Yeah. And the most common phrase for that is the word ass. Now, and if you look, I don't know, is our camera staring at all this stuff? Okay, so it's, they're all pictures of donkeys, and what it is basically a mirror, all right? Mirrors are good things, because without a mirror, we all look horrible, okay? Yeah. I don't know if you've ever been going along thinking you look great, you come to a mirror and you smile like there's cheese stuck in your teeth or something. It's like, oh my goodness, you know, you think, why didn't somebody say something, right?
Yeah.
So the mirror is our friend. We should not fear the mirror. We should embrace the mirror. Women tend to carry mirrors with them at all times because they want everything, you know, us, we're kind of slop it together, and that's good for the day. For them, they got to keep tweaking the artwork before us. The only way you can do it is with a mirror. Yeah. So all this book it's really a fun, light way to look at some of these very strong, obnoxious attitudes that people have that become very destructive. So the subtitle is 9 Mistakes Guaranteed to Destroy Any Relationship, and they will. If you go into a relationship and you're absolutely positive, there's no way you could possibly be wrong, and everybody, you know, I'm right, everybody else is wrong, you're an intolerable ass at that point, and everybody understands that. Well, there's different ones, all right? And the book is written intentionally a little provocatively, as you can tell.
We figured that out by now.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
So there's 9 versions of asses. So number 1 is don't be a jackass. That's someone who won't listen, someone who's unrepentant and unyielding, and that's a lot of people like that. They won't change. Yeah. They won't yield. They're just absolutely certain that, you know, things have to be their way.
Did you ever watch Grizzly Adams growing up?
No, I never did. I know of it, but
Number 7, the guy that had old Jack, I think was his name, but he had a mule. That was my, and actually, you know what? I don't know if he was a mule or if he was a jackass too.
Because the technical word actually is ass.
And because the whole shtick in that was he was always trying to get this thing to go where it needed to, and never ever would go. Just frustrating. And that's what you're talking about.
Yeah. Was this in the 70s?
Well, it was in the reruns in the 80s that I was watching.
Yeah, so 70s. And so I think okay, so I was serving the Lord.
As you are
In
now.
missions field. No, I watch TV now, and I didn't watch it back then. So that's what it is. So chapter 2 is don't be a lazy ass. Now this is someone who won't follow through, always talks big, takes no action, and shows no commitment to anything. There's a lot of people like that as well.
But you know what? That's scriptural. To not be that way.
I know.
Right? We're supposed to be diligent. We're supposed to work hard. Do everything as unto the Lord. And you're saying that, yeah.
Well, and it really comes down to intentionality. One of the problems that we struggle with in Christianity today is people are not intentional. They just want stuff to happen for them. It's good to pray. You got to pray. But just praying about things without any action, faith without works is dead. You got to do something. And people think that, if your version of financial blessing includes the lottery, that's a bad plan, okay? These are people, people who think, well, gee, how come my marriage is so bad? Well, it's because you're doing bad things. See, people don't want to hear that. Why does my life stink, Pastor? Well, your life stinks because you're doing stinking things. It's just the reality of it. And people don't want to hear that, right? Everybody has their own little thing.
Right.
But the reality is if your life stinks, it's because you're doing something wrong. That's the beauty of the church is you're supposed to learn how to do life right. We're supposed to be there to teach people, instruct them, and that kind of thing, okay?
Yeah.
So,
Tell us, you got 9? Is that?
I'll go as long as you want.
Go ahead, tell us what we're not supposed to be. We're not supposed to be a jackass.
We're not supposed to be a jackass, not supposed to be a lazy ass, not supposed to be a hard ass. These are people who are always tough, arrogant blowhards.
I know some of them.
Okay, yeah, right.
I've been that guy.
I know, actually.
Right?
I've been a few of these. When we finished the book, and I'm reading through it, I went ouch to at least 4 chapters. I went, oh man, because I can just see myself.
It's a mirror.
Yeah, it is what it is. So I actually encourage couples, read this at night, take a chapter or part of it and read it. And of course, it's written very funny and stuff. And people, if you can't lighten up, that's the other thing. People are so intense about everything.
Yeah.
Just relax a little bit. So couples, actually, it's my top-selling book right now. And they're buying this like crazy. And they're telling me the stories and they're reading it to each other.
So it's reaching people.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, no question about it. Here's a very famous one I've been on many occasions, which is a dumbass. Don't be a dumbass. Someone who's constantly doing stupid things with no forward radar or ability to use logic or comprehend consequences. See, these are the people who they don't know why their life stinks.
Yeah.
Well, you can't keep doing what you're doing. Yeah. If you're going to be mean and nasty to people, you're going to yell and scream at your spouse. How's that going to work for you?
Yeah.
Like these guys, they ignore their wives. They get up, they ignore. They go to work, they ignore. They come home, they ignore. Sit in front of the TV 3 hours, ignore, and then climb into bed. Say, come on, baby, let's get it on. Really?
Yeah.
You have no forward radar here. That's not the way this works. Okay. Don't be a smart ass. By the way, all these illustrations, they're very fun of these donkeys. This is done by Jonathan Brown, who does cartoon illustrations for the New Yorker magazine. I don't know if you ever seen those.
Oh, yeah, sure.
A very nice guy. And
I bet he had fun with this.
He did. He was a great guy. So it was really fun working with him. So this is someone who's smart and wise in his own eyes, has always a smart aleck answer for everything, never takes anything seriously. This is probably one of my greatest faults because
I've been there.
I have a hard time taking anything seriously. And at some point, and I have had my wife in absolute pure frustration say, don't be a smartass. I mean, it's the way people talk. I know in Christianity, no one talks that way. We don't. Seriously, I'm telling you, this is the language that we have.
But you know what? It's the language that we tend to use when we've reached the end of our rope with someone. And
that's why people disapprove of it, I think, sometimes.
But you're trying to get people to take that look in the mirror so that people don't get to the end of the rope with you, right?
Exactly. Exactly right. All right? Don't be a badass. This is someone who's ego-driven, a narcissist that only lives according to his or her own rules. Well, I counsel a lot of guys like that. Good night. They're just a nightmare.
All right, there's a few more chapters, but I'm gonna let people.
Right.
I'm gonna have people order the book. Where can they order it?
MarkGungor.com.
Okay.
You can download it as an ebook or get the hardcover book.
Okay.
And they're all color illustrated. It's a fun read. Actually, I've been doing a lot of this lately. Same with the.
You like that format?
Yeah.
Huh?
They're all Actually, my first book in relation, real thick, black and white, 350 pages.
Right. I'm working on one of those.
Yeah. but the thing is, it's hard to get guys to read them.
Sure.
So I've learned that even we did that little pamphlet thing that we did last time we were here about the rules and stuff like that. So we've added to it, and now it's a real big color illustrated thing too, because guys will read those.
Cool.
It's just very palatable for them.
Well, you know what? If guys would listen to this message in this book, it would actually help a lot of guys.
Indeed. Actually, I did this first book called Treat 'Em Like a Dog, and the biggest complaint I had to ladies, well, what about the man?
There you go.
Don't be an ass.
All your marriage woes will be solved. Two simple
Those
books.
2 books, and it
At
kind of covers it all.
markgungor.com. Appreciate you being here.
Good to be here, man.
And don't miss him when he's talking about Treat 'Em Like a Dog. On Life Today, you can watch that program at lifetoday.org. Hey, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Hit the subscribe button because we want to let you know about all the great videos from Life Today.